Going to be proud for Puerto Rico and do the things like they want me to do.
Listen, Xander's on our card, obviously big Puerto Rican sensation, standout, big things in the works for him. How do you feel to be following right in his footsteps? He's on our card this week.
It's great. He signed with Cobra very young, and I want to be like him and have my weight like they do with Xander, so we're going to be the next.
I'm thrilled that you're here. Listen, I want to read a quote because I like to read quotes. This is from Bob Arum, Chairman, Top Rank. Juan Manuel Lopez is one of Puerto Rico's great champions, and it brings me great pleasure to welcome Juanmita to the Top Rank family. Juanmita is an exceptional talent, someone we feel will excel in the ring, and like his father, bring many championships to the great fighting nation of Puerto Rico. When you hear Bob Arum speak of you that way, how does it make you feel?
It's great. Both my father a champion, and I know they're going to make me a champion too.
Listen, thank you for spending a few minutes with us today. Congratulations on the signing. Gardy, I didn't need you. You're facing Yomar Alamo. The last time, June, we were here, theater at MSG. You went the distance with Zayn, taking home a unanimous decision. What did you learn from that experience, being in such an iconic building and putting on such a great show? Big fight.
Oh yeah, I learned a lot. I love fighting in New York, so I'm happy to be back. Thanks to Top Rank for bringing me back to New York. Thanks to God for bringing me back. All this is impossible without him. So I'm just happy to be back and put on a better performance than my last fight.
I mentioned your opponent, Alamo, big tough fighter from Puerto Rico. Is this your toughest fight on paper today?
Yeah, I think so. And I'm gonna, keep proving why I'm here.
Do you feel pressure every time you get into the ring to put on a bigger and better show time in and time out, or is it just business as usual for you?
I would say it's just business. I've been having pressure my whole life. So it's nothing. Ain't nothing I can't handle.
What is it about being signed with Top Rank Boxing that you love so much? There's a great stable of young fighters, and when we see you guys hanging out, not in the ring, it seems as though there's this great dynamic with the Top Rank stable. What is it about the Top Rank stable that you find is a blessing for you and helps you in the ring?
Well, Top Rank, they raised the best stars. You know what I mean? And they did a real good job on signing the new generation. All my friends that I came up with in boxing is all here. Shout out to the whole card. And we're gonna keep putting on a good performance. I feel like it's a blessing. It's a dream come true. Muhammad Ali was signed here, so it's like he's one of my favorite fighters. So that alone is like, that's a dream.
Last question, we'll move on to our opponents here. But if you could do anything in the ring Friday night, shock people, put on something, what is it? Because I know you hinted at it your last time out, you're like, I gotta do a better job than last time. Without getting into too many details, what do we see from you Friday night that maybe we haven't seen yet?
Me having fun. So
a little bit more fun in the ring.
Yeah, just me having fun.
Less serious. Get loose and throw.
Just having fun. Just showing what I worked on the camp.
I'm excited for it, Tiger. It's always a pleasure.
Thank you.
All right, junior middleweight titles: Xander Zayas, Damian Sosa. Thank you, gentlemen, for being here. Xander, we're going to start with you. Let's get into it. It's a big fight Friday night. Is there anything that Damian does that presents challenges to you that you haven't seen before?
Well, first off, I want to thank obviously Top Rank, my team, everybody that is doing this, ESPN, MSG. Y le quiero dar la bienvenida a Juanmita López, al equipo de Top Rank, a la familia. Muchas gracias y muchas bendiciones, mucho éxito para ti en tu carrera. Of course, there's always every opponent presents something different, and Damian Sosa is not the exception. I feel like he's gonna come in and be a Mexican warrior. I'm expecting the best Damian Sosa ever. He's gonna prepare for. I think he has prepared for this fight like he's never done before in his life, and he's coming ready to fight. He's gonna throw a lot of punches, put a lot of pressure, but I'm ready for that, man.
Let's talk about the preparation. Welcome, your third fight with Robert Garcia. How has that changed your game? Yeah, Gardy, where are you? With me? Come on out, Gardy. Just stand out here with us. We're at MSG. Get some screens on it.
Tercera pelea con Robert García como entrenador. ¿Cómo se ha desarrollado esa relación?
Así es, pues agradecido con Robert, ¿no? Y con todo el gimnasio que me ha brindado pues la confianza, el apoyo para poder venir aquí y estar aquí presente a un peleador como el Xander. yo creo que es una pelea muy buena, una pelea que representa mucho y bueno, agradecido con ellos por darme la oportunidad, es mi tercer pelea con ellos exactamente, entonces pues bueno, creo que vengo con todas las ganas y con toda la actitud.
Thankful with Robert and the whole gym for supporting me and giving me great advice leading up to this fight. This is going to be a great fight coming up, and I'm just thankful with Robert and the gym.
When this fight was presented, there was no hesitation. You signed, you took the fight. Why take this fight? Why now?
Te presentaron la pelea, la firmaste, ¿por qué ahora?
Así es, bueno pues yo creo que la pelea con Xander ya se venía desde un poquito de tiempo atrás, me lo habían mencionado, solamente por una derrota que tuve fue que se atrasó un poco esta pelea, pero bueno, cuando me llegó ahora, pues bueno, estoy entrenando con Robert García, entonces yo creo que no se pudo presentar en una mejor opción en mi carrera, por eso fue que tomé la decisión de aceptar esta pelea.
Fight with Xander had been talked about for a while, at one point I was about to get it, but I suffered a loss. And now I'm, it's the right moment. I'm training with Robert, pre-fight with him, and I decided to take the fight.
Xander, I want to come back over to you. You have stated that you know Sosa, you know what he's about, you know what to expect, but you got to stick to your game plan, have fun, and win. What happens when he tries to mess with that game plan?
He will not mess with the game plan. Everybody has tried 19 fights, and they just haven't been successful. I'm focused, I know what I have to do. I'm hungry to become a world champion at 154 pounds, and that is not going to change. I'm going to go in there, I'm going to perform, I'm going to be focused, locked in, and have fun like I always do.
Listen, every fight, we step up the competition, we see it. You obviously meet that competition head on. As you develop and continue to grow in this sport and more eyes on you, how has the pressure been dealing with that in your team, having your team in your corner supporting you so that all of those distractions can get put to the side and you can focus on the task at hand?
To be honest, I know where we come from. We know where we come from. We know the struggle that we have to go through as the amateur days. Some days we couldn't even fly, and we had to drive to the state that the tournament was. So we knew where we come from. So at the end of the day, we never lose focus. We never lose track of where we are, because everything is good now, but anything can change in a matter of a second. So we got to stay locked in. We got to stay focused. Just continue to have fun, and overall, just keep my circle closed and keep my circle with me at all times.
Damian, one last question. Gordy, help me out here. You said at one point that you were a one-trick pony, an aggressive fighter who throws a lot, but now you see yourself as a more complete fighter that can adapt and do what needs to be done. What do you need to do Friday night to stop one of the hottest prospects in the game today?
Anteriormente te describían como un peleador unidimensional, pero ahora llevas tiempo trabajando en tu juego y eres un peleador que ha desarrollado más su herramienta. ¿Qué tienes que hacer el viernes para lograr detener a uno de los peleadores más calientes en la división ahora mismo?
Así es, pues como lo mencionas, no soy un peleador que pues se ha ido progresando continuamente, entonces siento que ahorita en estos momentos, por ejemplo con Xander, es un peleador que también sabe adaptarse, ¿no? Yo me considero un peleador que sabe adaptarse a la pelea, entonces yo creo que eso lo va a hacer una pelea muy emocionante. Realmente sigo continuo todos los días tratando de mejorar mi condición, mi técnica, mi estrategia. El boxeo no nada más es un deporte donde sales a tirar golpes, ¿no? Entonces es lo que he ido entendiendo poco a poco. Soy un peleador mexicano y creo que así fue como inicié mi carrera, siendo un peleador que tira golpes, pero bueno, gracias a Dios he logrado tocar con muy buenos entrenadores que hasta el momento de hoy en día pues ya he sabido manejar un poco eso y pues sigo aprendiendo, ¿no? Y pues contento ahorita con esta gran pelea que vamos a tener.
I have been developing for a while, I've been working on my game. Xander is a fighter that adapts very well to all fighting styles. I'm a Mexican fighter. At the beginning, all I knew how to do was throw punches, but thanks to God, I've been in touch with other good trainers that have helped me, and I have developed my abilities, and we're ready for Friday.
Yeah, so I've always respected her as a fighter, and I've always spoke that. But yeah, I don't respect her as a person now. How she's been leading up to this fight, once it got made. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we do know each other from the amateur days. She said she respected me. Then you would think some type of, hey Mikaela, guess what? I'm coming to train in America, your gym, with your coaches and your team. Like, I'm pretty excited. None of that happened. So obviously, in my mind, she knew she was doing something a little bit shady. She knew there was going to be some problems with that. And she knew I was at welterweight. It was no secret that I was at welterweight. I was slowly moving up over the year. Fought at 42, fought Tasha Jonas at 47. Secondly, sorry I didn't reach out before, but I should have spoke to you out of respect. Firstly, after asking Kay to train me, as in reality, I'm coming into your territory. So don't try and backtrack now. Just be straight up. You did what you had to do. Just own it. Okay. Just own it. Because Kay, this narrative that boxing has come up with that, oh, you caught a loss or two and you're out of here, we want to shun you. Why would you want to shun someone like me? I've done nothing but go out and make the biggest and best fights possible for the fans. I've never got my ass kicked. I've never been whooped, not even for a single round. Those are the types, boxing needs more people like me to keep going out there and keep challenging yourself and putting fights on that everyone is excited about seeing. So I'm not going anywhere. I'll hang up the gloves when I decide to hang up the gloves, regardless of any decision or anything. And that's what the fans and that's what boxing should push to continue and push for. And that's the type of fighters that we should want in this sport. So I'm still in my prime. I'm fighting for the next 3-4 years at least, and gonna do everything I can before I hang up the gloves, and that'll be my decision.
All right, any final